Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Fabulites. This is Angela with another edition of Notes on the News, where I read to you headlines, because we got to keep up on what's going on in the world, in our community, in the country, and other places too, right? And then I might share with you some of my thoughts about those headlines, about the article if I had a chance to read it, about the paragraph following the article, or about the subject matter at large. But it's not news. It's just my notes on the news. I'm Angela, and the channel is Be Fabulous You. And this is the video vixen Bella. So let us proceed. Brain pacemaker for Alzheimer's. I guess they send electric currents into the brain and it's supposed to help it work better. Is that the theory? I don't know. I don't really know how pacemakers work for the heart. Is that, I don't know. Female BBs, because I think of the heart as having like, it's a rhythm. It pumps and pumps and pumps and pumps and pumps. Does your brain do that? I mean, so it's like if your heart is pumping and pumping and pumping and something goes wrong, the pacemaker, I thought like, oh, it stopped, will pump. I don't know, but I don't, yeah. Female BBC presenters handed substantial pay raises following PwC review. What's PwC, I wonder? Uppercase P, lowercase w, uppercase C. Well, I know that they've been reviewing the pay, but I'm like, they who have been reviewing the pay are the same ones who have been paying the people. So they knew that they were paying, maybe they weren't conscious of the fact that they were paying the men significantly more than the women. Because I kind of feel like you give me a raise after I find out that my colleagues have been making more than me and you knew. So do I say thank you? I mean, I just feel like you the one that knew. You set up the system. I mean, and then it's like you setting me up against my male colleagues because they getting less pay. Like, and they like, thanks a lot. Now I can't go on the vacation I was planning. Usain Bolt could be switching sports to join one of the biggest football clubs in Europe, and his dream is to sign with Man United. This must be soccer talk they talking, right? Not football, soccer. Whoever heard of Man United? That's Usain Bolt's dream. I think that's good. I mean, how long can you run? And then you always got to be, oh, your claim to fame is that you're the fastest one around. Whereas in other sports, you don't have to be the best to be doing well. So I don't know. Maybe runners who are like number 3 and number 4 are still doing well, but it doesn't really seem like much of a career outside of the Olympics. But I don't know. That's just how it seems. Red faces over Trump State of the Union typo on tickets. Who's red face? Those people don't care nothing about no details. That's their business as usual. Are they red faced? Are they embarrassed? I doubt it. Trump supporters can pay to have their names flashed on screen during the State of the Union address. This is what it takes to become an emeritus United Arab Emirates first class flight attendant, according to a current employee. You have to wear the perfect red shade of lipstick. You have to have your eyeshadow together. You have to wear heels when you're in the main area. I skimmed the article. I was looking to see if they had any brown people. All I saw was white people. And you have to wear, like most of them, they don't wear Ruby Woo. It's another red that MAC puts out that's really, really popular with people. But I'm wondering if it's like a popularity, because I saw some, I wonder if like Ruby Woo is the popular one with many black people, and this other, is it Russian red? I can't remember. It's popular with white people, because I never even heard of the other one until the other day when I was watching 3 different women try different red lipsticks, and they talked about their standby, and the black woman was like, oh, Ruby Woo is my standby, and I've heard of that a million times. And then the white woman said, Mac's so-and-so is my standby, and I'm like, what? Mac has another red other than Ruby Woo? And that's the one they mentioned in this article. I didn't remember it. U.S. rabbis urge Israel to halt deportation of African immigrants fleeing enslavement, war. White tennis player suspended for telling black player, "At least I know my dad." In what context did he say that? I might have lost the game, but at least I know my dad. Does he know the man? I mean, what? Some of these people out here be doing the most, and by out here doing the most, I mean they be doing the least. Like they're like really like the lowest of the low, right? That's how they act. Maybe they're not the lowest of the low, but they act like they are. Owning a $1 million home is no longer considered a luxury in America. I think they said in a lot of the top homes in different communities, like 3 or 4% of them cost $1 million or more. And in San Francisco, I think that they said 3/4 of the homes cost $1 million or more. So everybody got, or not everybody, but I guess if you can afford to live in the city, you more or less can afford in that city. You more or less are wealthy. The Pentagon is clamping down on information being released about the 16-year-long war in Afghanistan. Yo Gotti billboard causes controversy. Should rappers be used as role models? Now, I don't really know who Yo Gotti is, but the billboard had a picture of him, and it said a graduate of public schools or a product of public schools. And the mother was kind of like, well, is that supposed to like encourage me, or is that supposed to discourage me? She didn't say that, but that's what I'd be like. Is that like an encouragement or a damper? Because it's like he's known, I don't know, but she said a lot of these people are known for, you know, murderation and drugs, and, you know, is that, you know, and then other people are like, well, they're known to be famous and wealthy, and so the children see that, and then that makes them want to go to school. I don't know who Yo Gotti is. And no, I think that people should be their children's role models. And no, I think if I was running a school system, I don't know, you know, him personally, but I think that I would try to be very conscientious about the messaging that I gave to young people. I figure society, the music industry, commercials are busy advancing their own agendas and putting out their own messaging in terms of what they want young people to absorb. And if, as an educator, I would be very conscious about putting out messaging that I wanted young people to absorb that was in alignment with my values as an educator. So I don't know. I mean, but it don't seem like Yo Gotti or whoever. I would be very selective. Air Force sergeant investigated after racist Facebook rant against black women goes viral. And it seemed like she was like, they have an attitude, and she got demoted. George Weah vows to change Liberia's citizenship laws. You have to be black to be a citizen in Liberia, I believe is what I read. And you also have to be black to own property in Liberia. The Forgotten Saviors, organizations working with traumatized African migrants, are in desperate need of support. LuLaRoe stood by a seller who mocked people with Down syndrome, and customers are furious. I don't even know who LuLaRoe is, but they say it's a direct sales company for clothing. And he, you know, got up and made a video. He like, hey, I'm special or whatever. And then he came back and apologized, I guess, after the stuff went viral or public. And with his niece, one of his relatives has Down syndrome, and he apologized. And some people feel that the reason that the company is continuing to rock with him is because he has a large organization, you know, a large direct sales organization. I don't understand what's wrong with people. I don't know why people are like, I guess I'm just not funny, because I feel like a lot of these jokes are things that people, I guess, think are supposed to be funny or cute. I'm like, why? I don't understand. Mom wins millions from New York City Housing Authority, NYCHA, for daughter's high lead levels in blood. You know, from what I understand, from what I understand, once you've been exposed to lead, once you have lead poisoning, you can't correct it. Now, I've never heard that from a holistic perspective, but that's what the mainstream perspective is. So I kind of feel like millions. I just wish the child didn't have lead exposure or high levels of lead exposure. And I feel like a lot of times I'd be wishing that the stuff wasn't messed up, instead of the corrective measures don't seem corrective to me. Like, I kind of feel like the money is not going to make the child not have lead poisoning. So I don't know, is that like a victory? It don't feel like a victory to me. But I guess in addition to not knowing a good joke, I don't know a good victory. I don't know. India's Uber rival Ola expands into Australia. May Musk, I am just getting started as a model, age 69. Viola Davis, Two Sides docuseries tackles deadly reality of police confrontation. I know I'd be so tired of, it's good people on both sides. Let's look at both sides of the issues. Rodney King, can't we all just get along? And I kind of feel like it's not like an even playing field out here. Rodney King, 12 of them jumped on you and beat you up, and then you talking about can't we get along? You was getting along. They was the ones beating you. Can't they get along? It's good people on both sides. Well, I would beg to differ. I might have a whole different argument about that. If you've been burning crosses on my front yard and I haven't been burning crosses in your front yard, I haven't been lynching you, harassing you, beating you, I didn't import you from another country to work for me for free, I don't see where there's like a parity and like, well, we've both done things wrong. I don't see it. I don't see it. And so then when I see the title of this, the two sides, like, of police confrontation, I feel like if y'all the ones, police officers, are out here, like I saw something the other day where someone was working with young kids, some athlete, I think, a soccer player in Canada, or a Canadian soccer player or whatever. He was black. He had a thing where he would give his 2 tickets, one to a young community kid and one to a police officer, so that the kids could get along with the police officers. I feel like the kids always get along with the police officers. We get that propaganda that the police are our friends and we want to be friends with the police officers and we want to be police officers when we grow up. It's them that are out here shooting, beating, and killing black folks. So I don't understand what the two sides are. So Viola Davis, I don't know what this docu-series is about, but the title has me kind of feeling a certain way. Study says e-cigarettes increase risk of cancer and heart disease. Why Cape Town is shutting off its water supply. Viewpoint, India and Pakistan up the ante on disputed border. Argentine sub Antarctic tribute to lost San Juan crew. That was November 15th. The submarine just disappeared. 44 lives are lost, missing, unaccounted for. So this crew they made the number 44 and took a picture of it with a helicopter as a tribute to those people. Migrants heroine faces jail for human trafficking. Cape Town to set up disaster operations headquarters for water crisis. Argentine president bans family members in government. University of Chicago faculty members aren't too happy with the Obama Presidential Center. They feel it's in the wrong neighborhood, it's taking over the park, and we need more green space in Chicago, and it would be better over here where you have a good view of the water and where public transportation can get to it, because those are the people who need it. That's what I gathered from the article. Now maybe I'm, Miami police arrest 7-year-old boy for punching his teacher. I saw that. I'm like, I don't know what kind of school they're running where they are arresting. Like, I worked, and I know it's been 20 years, but I'm like, I worked with adolescents. And I can't imagine a situation. I remember the cops coming into the school, one of the schools I worked at, to arrest one of the children, one of the young men. And I was like, this is a child who would come sit in my office and kick it with me. I'm like, I don't, what. And when a couple weeks later he came and he visited me, I'm like, I heard you got arrested for someone. So he got arrested for kicking a boy to the point where the child almost died who he kicked. And I'm like, that boy come and talk to me all the time. That don't even fit the profile. He said the boy stepped on his shoe or something, and that he did. I was just shocked. But anyway, I can't imagine what causes you to, like, what type of lack of control, lack of respect, lack of structure is going on in the school where the teacher can't handle the child, the principal can't handle the child, and you having the police come in and arrest a 7-year-old child? Y'all, I don't know what y'all doing. Chris Christie heading to ABC News as a contributor. Camila Cabello's Grammy speech was cute. Her calling everyone, including Obama, the N-word isn't. Her speech wasn't even cute because she's the one who said, here it is, former Fifth Harmony singer, I think that's her, gets reminded that this country wasn't built by dreamers. When I heard her saying that, oh yeah, the country was built by dreamers who had a, I'm like, what in the world? My people wasn't no damn dreamers. What in the world? No charges for South Carolina man who gunned down unarmed teen on site. HGTV pilot star arrested for sexual assault on 10-year-old girl. Get Out inspired college course becomes available online. Tanana Reeve, dude! Tremaine Lee is now an MSNBC correspondent. India outcry after 8-month-old baby raped. China is offering long-term visas to select foreigners to boost its economy. I think you have to have a be of Chinese descent in order to get these long-term visas. North Korea canceled a cultural exchange concert and blamed insulting South Korea media coverage. Renault Nissan beats Volkswagen AG to become the world's top-selling automaker for 2017. CIA chief says China as big a threat to U.S. as Russia. University of Chicago faculty members aren't too happy with the Obama Presidential Center. Colombia's President Santos suspends peace talks with ELN rebels. Russia money ties to NRA makes Trump and GOP look very suspicious. TLC renews vows with 90 Day Fiancé franchise. I like 90 Day Fiancé. Nina Taylor and Denise DeNovi launch indie studio Patma focused on diverse voices. HBO orders Terrence Nance late-night comedy series Random Acts of Flyness. Hanif Johnson is the youngest district judge in Pennsylvania at just 27. Go ahead, Mr. Hanif. NASA will stream Wednesday's rare blue moon lunar eclipse. Mudbound's Virgil Williams to adapt a journal for Jordan at Sony, with Denzel Washington eyeing to direct. The racist undertones of the Urban Contemporary Grammys category. North Korea cancels joint cultural performance with South. High school students stage walkout to protest racist, homophobic Snapchat videos. Period ban is ruining my education. The child says she can't cross the river on Tuesday. She can't cross the river when she's on her period. So her days of being able to go to school are limited, and it's messing up her educational opportunities. Women to watch in Africa during 2018. India estimates 21 million of its girls are unwanted. The people keep having babies until they get a boy. And then they have all these useless ass girls. They be like, ugh, I ain't want you. I just wanted the boy. I just had you to try to get a boy. So that's what I got. That's notes on the news feed. Angela, the channel is Be Fabulous You. Thank you for being a subscriber and welcome back. And if you're new and or not a subscriber, go on ahead and subscribe. Everybody hit the like button. Just hit the like button as payment for the content you done stayed here till the end. Thank you. Be you, be fabulous, be fabulous you. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. Today is the best day ever. Peace.